Sorry, I had to do it again. I had to let the music play out. Like, what was I gonna do? Just not let that end, right? But hello, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing Monday, 7:30. We're 30 minutes earlier than usual. We may be moving it to this time, because I just like this time. Uh, Also, yeah, playing the Zelda track again. I like starting it off with the piano. We'll change it up in the future. I just, I like this. Shout out to Game Chops as per usual for the music that we've been recently playing. My nose just is magically stuffy right before the stream. I'm still sick. I'm getting a tiny bit better. The coughing has calmed down, but I'm still kind of suffering. Speaking of suffering, jeez, oh my gosh, sorry about that. But yeah, without any further ado, yeah, we're earlier today, just so we can get some more practice in. I'm loving the tackling of the organic forms, and I'm looking forward to do that this stream. But before we do anything, let's get into some warm up. So I've been liking the planes, but we've been missing out in the box. So let's do a box day, and then we'll just do tons of organic forms. Looking at what I did yesterday, it is kind of like this Wasp Demo is kind of one of those things that we encountered in lesson 2, I believe, where I believe it was Mutton Chops. That was their name, Mutton Chops 24. Ironic for the title of the music distributor. But sometimes we just get burned out of a lesson, or we aren't there yet, kind of mentally to understand how to tackle a problem in art. Just as sometimes we don't know the math to solve a problem, and the teachers just kind of give us the equation, and that's what Uncomfy has done for us. He gave us the step-by-step introduction to constructing the Wasp, and so we should kind of sail with that. I was looking at what I was doing yesterday. He does apologies, add a form between the back and the neck that makes it raise to that level. And in fact, I was almost just looking at it. And that's what creates that kind of, I guess just like, yeah, we were saying the head should have sunk deeper, but looking at what he did, he added a form right there. So it is up to our decision. I kind of like, oh, wow, jeez. Don't know what that was, guys. I like his approach, because additive, is much easier than subtractive when it comes to ink. Then again, I don't really know what subtractive in ink is. Cutting into the form, I understand, but if your form is already there, and it's inked, right? There's not much going back on that, but hey, who knows? I'm enjoying the process, though, very much. I was very excited to stream today, hence why we're streaming so early. In fact, it was going to be about, like, 7. I've literally just been sitting here watching art videos and looking at previous stuff, just kind of studying up on what we ought to know to tackle this correctly. But really, it could have started 30 minutes ago, because I finished working at about 6:30. And I've been kind of bad. I haven't been eating dinner because I've been sick, and I've had no appetite. And if I have, I've been, like, skewing my eating schedule very strangely, such that, like, I'm not hungry at this time, even if I wasn't sick. Which is something I do need to fix, because I do not need to be losing any more weight than I already am. Said no college student ever. But yeah. This is, I mean, it's scary what we're doing, but this is the meat of drawing. I really love this stuff. It's the same kind of passion I had for Lesson 2 and parts of Lesson 3. It's just really diving in, and you can feel your brain growing, you know? Learning all that stuff. It's tough, right? Like, no one really enjoys it. I'm not gonna say I'm enjoying it when I'm and they're suffering and putting down bad lines and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a net positive. It's something that I will enjoy later down the line once I do finally understand it. It's that very internal locus of control that eventually, with enough hard work, I control my ability to understand this, and so kind of keep marching forwards. Doing my best to understand what I can. Very nice. That's a big box, I just realized. Okay line work. I think our line work's doing pretty good. I'm not going to complain about it too much. Let's do a string of ellipses. Let's focus on shifting that degree, and like we said yesterday, managing our kind of degree deficient, or mid-range deficiency when it comes to degrees. And I think once I'm done with my Rummikub algorithm, I'm going to start working on the lesson 2 video. I think that's the next big thing for us, writing that script. And being very cautious about burnout. So we're going to start with 0 degrees right here. Very good. Then we're going to go probably to about 5 to 10 right here. Then we're going to increase to maybe 10 to 20. Oh, getting a bit loose there and jumped above the minor axis. Let's work it down. Now here's the area where I typically stop getting larger and I start messing up a bit. Okay, that was larger, but not at the same rate, right? Okay, let's get a bit larger. Goes to a bit more. Ah, okay. Let's warm up. That was better than yesterday, though, for sure. And yeah, our line didn't really give us much room to work with it, but we're kind of there. Definitely bumped up right there, but we worked back down. And yeah, definitely want to work on that lack of accuracy, or precision, I should say. Definitely confident, but yeah, because, yeah. You could be accurate, not precise, precise, not accurate, yeah. Okay, cool. Sorry, I always have to remind myself of that. I'm an engineer, I should know that, but it's always something I have to, like, it's one of these for me. Thankfully, I'm past this, but yeah. Precision and accuracy are a detriment to me. Anyways, let's check up the YouTube stuff, make sure we're all good over there. Cool, cool. Let's do it. I hope YouTube isn't, like, silently blacklisting me, because I make the like, it's like a bot. I'm just every day, you know. YouTube, I'm not a bot, please. But anyways, so we're gonna do some sausage forms here. Let's do a branch, actually. And then we'll do some sausage forms. Because branches really force you to slow down and work on your line work. So we'll do our larger degrees right here, smaller degrees in the center. Yeah, so large, small. So let's do really small right here. Very good. Let's increase. Let's see, we want large, practically 300 or 90 degrees right there. So we'll do, make sure we're maintaining the same height. Pretty good. We could add one in the center, so we will. This one's going to be about in the middle. It's be about like this. Oops, kind of went a bit too loose there. That's okay though. Now let's see, we're going to just cut right to the middle right here. This is a big jolt that may get us, but it's okay. And we'll do the same here, so we want that same height. I copy it over. We're cheating right now with our skill. When I was kind of scrolling through the art videos before the stream, I'm 50-50 on art videos because, like, I just want tips. I don't need, like, not even that, because, like, they are saying true things, and it's so helpful, and these people are so kind to make videos to help other artists for free. But at the end of the day, I just feel like a lot of it is the same tips, which is draw every day, practice, don't scribble, you know, all this line, and I think, you know, these videos need to exist and stuff, but I want, like, at my level, I just want tips, like, very, very hidden things that I could be doing completely wrong right now. That's mainly what I want. Because I think a lot are geared towards beginners. So I guess I want more critiques than I want beginner tips, I guess. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Because I know to draw from the arm. Do I do it all the time? No. But, you know, I know to do that. I know these things. And I attempt the best of my ability to apply them. But, you know, sometimes I need another jolt. We'll do... That's not enough room. Nope, not in the median right there. Or minor axis. Whoopsies. We could have done 2. Yeah, that would have been a better choice. And then finally, right down here, we'll do a larger degree. Aye. That's not that good. Okay. Very decent. Here's what gets me though, it's these. And we have we need to remember, be parallel. A bit too sharp in. Maybe. We'll kind of cut through that one. This one's definitely too out, but we'll flow with it. Uh-oh. Yeah, here we go. This is a tough one. Hey! I don't like drawing towards myself, but we'll do it in this instance. I'm getting more used to it, actually. I guess it's a skill I should add to my arsenal. Should have ghosted right there, too. Anyways, decent. Not bad. Not too happy with the precision on some of these, but... bleh. Geez, I thought my cough was better, but oof, maybe not. Anyways, let's do some sausages. Let's try to do the narrow sausages that we'd expect over there. So note how we didn't ghost before that, and that was a poor choice. So I'm gonna kind of rush this one. Meh. Anyways, let's do a more serious one. A slower, more methodical one. We'll just do it on the back page, because who cares? Let's do it. So yeah, and remember, for these sausages, it is literally the 2 spheres and the 2 between. We want it to not be bulgy at all. And they can wiggle a bit, but yeah, we want pretty uniform, I believe is the word I'm looking for, yeah. So yeah, we'll try to do that. We like starting with the back of them in the middle, kind of like Delano mentioned the other day. And starting from that, we'll go down. And I curve too slow. We need to curve back. Not curve, and then we don't want to keep going this direction. We want to do this and then start being parallel to that back line. And then finish it off. So. See, we did it too slow right there, so now it's a bit bent. We ended it strong, but yeah. Very good Cheeto. I don't know. Let's do a smaller one. We'll start with the back right here. Let's try to keep it a bit more narrow. And if one side bends outwards, then the other will bend inward. That is a bit of a... the rule. Also with this one, I just remembered, we want to be drawing with the back over here so we can see the top. I feel like seeing the line I'm drawing is very important. This one was definitely not smaller, so let's try doing that again. This one we'll do... I just like this motion. I don't know. We'll arc it a bit, but not a crazy amount, right? Let's make this one a bit smaller. Yeah, we had that right there, which shouldn't have happened. Let's try that again. We'll have an arc. Go down. See, this curve right here is really what sells it, because in reality, this should have probably been more like this. See, I would have been happier with that. And then same thing over here, this. That sudden, this gap region, I brought my pins this time, I didn't forget it. This gap region is not what we want. Same thing over here. And even a bit of this one, had that as well. Which we didn't want. But yeah, so that's what, yeah, it's that over curving. We want to be kind of sharp curves. I guess we could call it that, sharp curves. Don't be afraid to go really around the sphere that's right there. For our mental model, that is these. So let's try this again. This one, let's do just generally smaller. Of course, arch on top, so we'll go like this. We'll do it right here, and let's make this one not too curved. So you go down here, really around the, there we go. That was a bit too in though. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be going out smooth again. So this, and then instantly parallel. So I think the best way to think about this is, here, we'll do one real quick. So this. Is what we should do is in this area in the center, that is our ball. Notice right here we're going around, and then let's say we take the average of this, right? We want this to be parallel to that. So that's what kind of gives us this height difference right here, and of course then we can start worrying about all of that. But that's kind of how this gap happened right here. Say this excess is because we need to round it and then instantly pick up. Basically, something of the sort, right? I guess this distance right here has to be the same. These need to be the same. So the diameter there is the same as the diameter here. It just gets shifted around. And yeah, same thing applies over here. And of course, as you can tell, didn't do the best job of our ellipse here. We had some issues. But same thing applies. 2 points of contact should be the minor major axis, whatever you want to call it, because they're technically the same for a 360 or 90 degree ellipse or spheres in this instance, right? Interesting. Because that means we want this, if this one's like this, we want to be like that as well. So it would have gone in like this. And then if we want these to be parallel, and that would have given us a better sausage form. Anyways, let's continue. Enough theory, right? We'll do another. Do right here. Go down. This. See, that curve isn't fast enough when you go whoosh. Hit the whooshy curve. We'll really curve this one. Oh geez, that one was not good. Okay, let's go back here. Let's calm down. back on top. So we went 2 inside, so we needed to go a bit more outside if, unless we, for that line to be correct. This is a bit better. Let's make this one long. Really thinking about the sphere at the end has helped me a bit, so I think that's how we ought to do it. Wait. Whoa. This is not part of the, that's still Game Chops. Shout out. Here's the second. This is Ocarina of Time. So we haven't listened to this one yet. Still Game Chops. Created by Super Piano 64 Unplugged. There we go. Hopefully it'll start playing soon. But we'll give it a quick refresh. There we go. There we go. Of course, it broke the media player, but what can you do? So now I have that in mind. So I'm just going to kind of stop mentally and then do the circle. Don't care about anything else, just do half a circle. So we're going to kind of curve like this, stop here, do half a circle, go out, half a circle. Interesting. And we got a tiny bit right there, but that's okay. Maybe we could, oh geez, what we could do for the sake of it. Oh, whoa, off the page. Okay, maybe not that one. Jeez. That didn't really go too well. And yeah, this should have probably gone like that. I don't know, because if it disappeared down here, or did a bit of this, and then it would go around. Anyways, let's add some contour lines and then call it that. So carefully goes through here. Bit lower right here, but that's okay. We'll add our then we'll go around that. I'm actually going to keep the degree relatively the same. Maybe we'll slowly, very subtly decrease it. To show that we have control over the sausage. So now it's kind of bending towards us. Yet the shape isn't, the tail end isn't very convincing of that. Anyways. Do the same here. Nice. Do a smaller degree because I feel like it. We'll get larger. Bit too wobbly. That was really good. That was mediocre. Here's another good one that we should exercise on. Here we go. Cool, we'll do small degree down here. Small degree reflecting that. I'm not paying attention to the minor axis. Let's be more mindful of that. Uh, this is almost Christmassy. And then we can go around right here. And this one's also facing us, so we'll do a larger degree right here. Okay. While not the best sausages we've ever done, I think it'll definitely work for a warm-up. So, great job on us for that. Let's get into the drawing today. I'm going to use this as the underpage. So yeah, we're going back to the Wasp. Here, we're going to take a quick break, water break, pause, and I'm going to pull out the work we did yesterday. I wasn't sure if we wanted to address it. Not that it's like a bad thing to address, but, you know, just revisit it. But I think that is fine now. Cool. Cool. Okay. I will be right back. Oh, jeez. If I could click my mouse. Oh, no. Okay. And we're back. Sorry about the delay. Set our hour timer. Probably gonna go over, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, here. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back one more time, actually. There we go. Once again, sorry about that. Okay, so, yeah, what we did yesterday, we did get some good stuff too, some good realizations. Also, I need to pull up my pure ref too. Let's do that. Bam. Trigger warning. I mean, it's a bit too late. I apologize. That was a bit spontaneous of me. We will be dealing with this little fella. So, for those who are squeamish against wasps and the such, please do not. I mean, you can watch the stream still. Just ask me to hide it. I will. Right? This was from the first video, just some notes. Basically, a lot of the insects are divided into three things, and most humans are too. Is head, thorax, and abdomen for the upper body, right? Head is what it is. The head of the thorax we can think as the chest, where all the arms and digits and stuff come from. And the abdomen. Remember, in most cases, we don't really care. We don't care. No, we don't have legs coming from the abdomen. That's just, we don't draw that, right? If you look closely at our little fellow over here, all the legs are coming from the thorax right here, the chest, right? And then, of course, yeah, leg connections there. And then there is the, what is it, cephalothorax? Cephalothorax is like when the head and thorax are combined. This is seen in spiders and beetles. And so they don't really have a neck to turn around compared to our very dangerous friend over here. Yeah, so every form, he drew a ladybug to kind of demonstrate this. Every form that we create is final and solid. We have to stick to it. We can only change it via adding or removing features, right? We draw center contours on them to help us with symmetry and dimension. So it's helps us, mirror things across the body, and helps us have landmarks to actually put stuff on. Yeah, carve out. I didn't really understand what he meant. Find references for leg connections, because we don't see it on both sides, or sometimes, you know, like this is a lot of chaos, right? But we can find a reference and help us actually know where we should put things beyond our current reference. Leg sausages are typically better than lines, so instead of just doing a line for this and then building up around it, since we want that gesture and flow, we do these as sausages. It gives a lot of dimension there and helps us later down the line. Oh yeah, gives gesture always watch reference. Oh yeah, this isn't even to some point, it's just keep your eyes on the reference. I was failing to do that yesterday, could have definitely improved on it. And then he also did a tarantula demo and kind of repeated those steps, but a very important part of it is don't draw icons. Stare at your reference. Icons is basically something that represents what you're trying to draw, but isn't. We want to draw this wasp, right? We want to draw the gesture, the position, maybe emotions, right? We don't want to draw what we think is on the on the reference, on the picture. We want to draw the picture. This helps train our eye. This helps, you know, us realize what makes up this wasp, why this wasp is different, what makes a wasp, what is waspiness. Oh yeah, here, let's pull this down, sorry. And then this doesn't totally apply here, but whenever it comes to hair and stuff like that, don't do individual lines, do silhouettes. Silhouettes are very important. That's the first thing you see whenever you see your friend or from far away or anything. That's how you know that you're a friend, because they have the silhouette of your friend. You don't see a lot of that detail. So upon first look, right, and then guess what? A lot of the silhouette down here is blurred and softened, so we kind of instantly notice this. This very literally sharp, jagged, very geometric, intense-looking natural figure. Same thing down here. It screams, "Stay away from me. I'm armored. I am scary. I am different." Yeah. So, and then from that we watched the Wasp Demo. Basically, everything over here, I put in the KISS rule, keep it simple, stupid. Don't add any elements that do not already exist or are more complex than what you're working on currently. So, to dumb that down, if you have a circle on the page, don't add a fire truck, right? Add another plane. You know, don't add something more complicated than what you've already established. Center lines, head and abdomen, all that stuff. For the legs, we want to do proper grounding, so we actually want to show that these little, I'm going to call them the biceps, I guess, are actually connected up here, so we could have a good place to start. Gesture and we don't want swelling, right? We just want the sausage figures, and then we could add swelling later, right? Yeah, scaffolding isn't ideally stretched. Ignore my misspelling right there. Because swelling is complexity, so we want to keep it simple. Overlap our legs quite a bit, so we want those joints to be there. And yeah, that's practically the rest of it. We made our first attempt yesterday, and we had some scaling and positioning issues. Nothing major, but we realized we should have definitely tilted the torso and shrank the torso. That's something we covered more in the next one. And then this did not need to be as tilted, so this needed to be tilted more. This one tilted less, so a bit right here. We know that the beak, I'm going to call on this thing, ends at the tail. If we dropped a line on our reference to our right, it ends at the tail. And then, yeah, this pinches in, yet it still has this bend, this flow to it. Look over here. If we traced a line like this, it doesn't go around outside. It goes like this, and then down, and then kind of out. So that's very important, and it ends at a point. We could keep it smooth, and I think that's the best choice here, is one continuous smooth line. But we'll see how we feel, right, once we get there. And then we made our next attempt, our little friend right here. And this wasn't the full attempt, it was more like this, right? And then we just started scribbling everywhere. Once again, the torso, apologies, oof. Torso should have been smaller. That added mass in the back, look, it went to the head, so we should probably do it as he did in the actual reference, is separate the head from the torso and then add things to conjoin those. Because, yeah, like, I would argue that this is all one shape right here, but it kind of looks like this is a segment you can add onto it. We have this little collar right here that was really difficult for me to draw and nail down to make it look three-dimensional. But we'll make sure to do our best there. And then the hardest part for me, and I know the leg that we tried, right, because we didn't try the legs, is conjoining this mass to the head. That's very difficult for me to visualize, because whenever I see the sphere right here, I see through it. I'm not seeing, like, this roundedness to it that covers a lot of the head. Because, like, where does the sphere end, and where does this part of the mouth kind of start? Because, like, to me, this kind of just seems like all one plane, but there's a sphere somewhere in there, and I'm almost tempted to go like this to it. And actually, I think that's the correct move. I think that's what he does in his. And if this is going, that means it goes like this, and then we have a flatter part at the top. And then from there, he also made this choice that I don't completely understand, which there's this like flat plane in the front. I guess he wanted to add a mass up there in front. I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, he's the boss, so we'll try our best to understand that as we go forward. And yeah, so overall, what we're about to do, and we'll start the timer right now, is we want to shrink the mass of this to about 2 heads lengths. We had about 2.5. Let's do just 2. And give me a quick second. Man, talking is hurting, so we'll probably be a bit more silent later into the stream. But going forward, geez, wow. Fighting for my life over here. So yeah, we're gonna do a smaller torso. Be mindful of the head and move it up a tiny bit, because that added mass kind of messed us up right there. We'll follow the rest of the steps. We'll nail this. If we remember, I think the other critique of this too was it actually had to be longer, right? If we look at, and you guys can't really see my screen, maybe I could pop over here real quick, set it all up. Here we go. Is if we look over here, he made this almost the same size as each other, which we know to not necessarily be correct. But here, let's just do a quick comparison of these. We'll pop back over to our main reference. There we go. Since I've now recently acquired the ability to do this, we can actually compare the two. Not saying like, oh, he's bad or anything. Actually, wow, that's pretty solid. Look at that. Oh, wait, no. No, wait. We had to shrink the head. Yeah, so matching up on the head, there's a bit of a difference here. Try and shrink that down a bit. Yeah, so there is a bit of a difference. Geez, that's actually more of a difference than I thought. Woo! Keep coughing. But same thing. I do like what he did here. We'll still merge these two, but yeah. We'll be mindful of the antenna, so we won't draw at the very top of our page. I really like this shape that he did right here. It's a very hard shape for me to recreate, but we'll try our best. This was very spherical. The degree wasn't as small as the degree I've been using on this page, also because his just torso is smaller. But yeah, so without any further ado, let's do our best, huh? Yeah, I know. Cav, you could probably do without overcomplicating it that much, but this kind of dissection is what helps me learn quite a bit. And I think I lost my page I was about to use in there somewhere. Oh wait, is this it? Oh, it is, nice. Oh, okay, cool. So, let's do it. Let's pick, oh, geez, I do that like every other stream. Let's pick out a pin that we actually want to use. These both look good, I'll use this one. I'm gonna take another water break, I apologize. There we go, back to it. Ooh. Oh my gosh. We're fighting for our lives. Okay. So, yeah, let's get his little noggin in, huh? Let's see. So yeah, we don't want it too far to the right, but still we want it to be the right because a lot of the body comes from that. Same thing with the wing. So we'll start right here. We said the antenna was about 2 heads lengths, so we'll do the same. I feel like my camera's in the way a bit. We'll do this, we'll move this forward. There we go, okay, cool. Always need to be mindful that you guys can actually see what I'm working on, right? Move it towards me still. So I can see it better. And so our head, the entire thing was about 7 heads lengths, 8 heads lengths, so we'll prepare for that. And about 2 above it, so we'll do right here-ish. Nope, and of course our music crashes right before we put the first mark on the page. Oh my gosh. I need to actually find a way to download these. With respect to, our friends. Over at Game Shops. Oh, geez, it is broken. Ooh-wee! That is impressive. Oh my gosh. Okay. One more time, please. Let's actually head over to this one. There we go. No, we don't want to skip that one. There we go. There we go. Very nice. Everything's good? Everything's good. Look at that. Okay. So, yep, start with our sphere. That's the head. I don't like it. Too bad. We're having a strong start here. I don't know why I always psych myself out whenever, like I could do it totally normally. Whenever it comes to this stuff here, I don't know. I just psych myself out so much. Maybe we need to take it a bit slower. We were going fast. Very much to the right, though. Let's put it in the center. Okay. Wow. Okay. More towards the center. Jesus. Okay. We're done being silly. Come on. Wow. I apologize, guys. Let's do it. Would it kill us to do only 2 passes? I usually do 3. Okay, we'll go back to the... I know. We'll go back to the next one. What would 2 passes look like? There we go. Perfect. Okay, great. Awesome. So we have our head. We have about a head's length above that for the antenna. A bit big, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. We really want to angle. We said what, about 1655? Where's our cheat sheet for our angles? It's about 45 degrees. Cool. From the horizontal, so it's gonna be going like this. We merge in a bit, just a bit. We don't want to do too much, right? And then it's about 2 heads lengths. So this, and it's not entirely. It's like this. It's a bit off to the side. It's doing that. And I'm now kind of starting to see that in my head. Properly, and we're 2 heads lengths. So this, 1, 2. So this big, maybe even a bit smaller, and then we're merging a tiny bit. For a second, I kind of saw it in my head. Interesting. I need to look at the reference more. What am I doing? Stop being in my own head. Look at the reference. I think that's okay. I think that's okay. Is it 2 heads lengths? 1, 2. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, I really like that. Yeah, quality, meh. But we'll march forward, right? And then from there we have the abdomen, which is a bit scary. As we've proven, if this is 1 head's length, it's about 4. So we'll match up to that. But instead of just worrying about that, right? These could practically be the same size. I don't really care. As long as it's large enough, right? But over here, let's actually look at the shape that Uncomfy uses to estimate it, because I really like it. You guys can't see it, so we'll just bring it over here. Oh, wait. I have this? Okay, I really like that. Okay. Yeah, we want to accomplish this, basically. This... It's like that one, like, slug thing from that VR game with the Beats. Not Beat Saber, but I can't remember what it's called. Thumper? Yeah, Thumper. It's like that thing, the little scarab-looking beetle thing. Um, yeah, we want to capture that here. Like we said, it's pointing down a lot. I'm trying to just see this stroke. This stroke is kind of just round and down. Remember, it's not totally tilted. This is more of like a straight down line than anything. Maybe a bit to the right, right? It's going like this angle. And remember, it ends at the end of the beak. What other landmarks? We have this, which is cutting near the tip of it. The back, same thing. So it goes a tiny bit past right here. So it goes probably about, because this is, we said, is another head's length over. So if we did this, it's going to end about right here. Best I could do is right here, actually, so. Remember, this is a sphere, like we said. It's just sphere mode, kind of like from what we talked about earlier. Sphere mode. Let's see, the top of it ends almost at the halfway mark of this. So, like right here. So it's actually a bit more to the right. Apologies, I had a bit of a coughing fit, and then my dog just decided to start barking at my door. And of course, he just wanted to say hi, so we said hi. Okay. So yeah. Bit to the left, bit to the right. We try our best. A bit over it if we mess up, but circle mode. It is going, Delano. Hope all is well with you. I'm stressing myself over the abdomen of this guy. You make it look so easy, Delano. But yeah, we're trying our best, trying to be to scale, all that good stuff. Yeah, how about yourself? Yeah, it's hard. The jump from detail to non-detail is crazy, yeah. Not even that, it's just the proportions. That's what's killing me. Ooh. Is this roundedness? We're gonna take a thing. I'll send you what I'm working on. I got a bit into the lessons. Had an amazing day today. Great to hear, man. Great to hear. Productive Delano. But yeah, I'm taking this in drumming. If I ever had an issue with the piece, my professor told me to slow down. So we're gonna slow down. Curve around here. Remember, we want that angle right here. So this kind of curls outwards. So we have our sphere. The sphere probably, let's see, where would our sphere end? I'm seeing this. So probably about right here is where it ends. So we start almost horizontal, go around. All we care about is the sphere, and then we start going with curl. Probably about right here-ish. And then we go back to the sphere. Awesome stuff. Oh, Delano sent over. Oh, wow. Awesome work, Delano. Jeez. You make it look so easy. I'm so jealous. Awesome work, dude. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, let's see. The solidness of your line work is always so insane to me. I don't understand how you just do it. It's insane to me. I love it. Okay, so I'm liking the sphere meta here. We do our semi-sphere, go down here. We don't want that sharp of a turn over here, right? But we wanna start with our sphere, curve around, curl in, and then have our upwards. Even yeah. Trust me, I know it's hard. But yeah. Good stuff, Delano, as per usual. Okay, let's lock in, huh? I'm okay with that. That's pretty nice. Very high up on the page. Probably should have been bigger, but it's okay. And now we do our contour lines. So, kind of looking at it, we have this going down. So it's going to be going over it, right? Kind of like this, and then we're going to go down and out. So this, down and out. I like it, like that. There we go. And then, yeah, I'm not too happy with how spherical that was, but it's okay. And then over here, we have the chest, which is looking pretty towards us, like this. There we go. Bit curly. And then the head is looking away from us a bit, but we still see it. There we go. My guy's looking a bit down, but we have to remember it's horizontal. So ours should have, yeah, been probably a bit more like this. But that's okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Trying our best, right? Let's see. Oh, so, okay. Here's the hardest part. It is deciding how we do the face merge. I already said I like this line over here, and it seems that Uncomfy did too. We'll pop up his real quick. This part of the face, because it starts just really far back. The sphere is only so helpful in the back. It covers practically only this part of the head, because then once we get up here, we're overtaken by this shape, which goes down, or it kind of keeps going out. And then we have our end part. Let's see what he did over here. Yeah, just kind of merged it across, which I like. So what that would look like here, we're not going to do it totally just yet, but it would go practically about right there, and then over. So like this, and then over. And then we know that the jaw is pretty much horizontal. Maybe a bit down. Yeah, so probably ending like this. So I'm actually tempted to do that. It's a head length away-ish. So I'll move it a tiny bit out. But I'm feeling pretty good about that. Because it starts pretty soon. Hey, shout out LeBron, man. Can't be hating on him. I know there's plenty of people who would probably be in the comments. Of the 0 people who usually are, who would argue. This is the shot that made LeBron cry. But yeah. It is quite a jump, kind of like lesson 2. But we're here for it, right? So here, and we land right here. So we're going to do that line real quick. Not sure if this has to be one continuous form, but we're going to do that. Probably should have landed out there, but that's okay. And then we have this, which we're going to land kind of like right here-ish. I like. Let me pull up Uncomfy, what Uncomfy did. Similar idea. Probably about right here. Very nice. And then from there, we kind of just have the rest of the head thing. Like that. And then, yeah, from there, we don't really see what's going on. Yeah, and he added this form that I just don't understand why he did it. It's this, kind of flat nose part of it. Don't get it. We could add it, but I'm like, what is that shape? I don't understand. What I see is this. I see this plane, which kind of meets at the head up here. So we have this, and then this curves around to that. So I'm going to do that. I like that more. I can do it my own way. And remember, we're kind of going down like this, so it's going to arc up like this. We'll even see the back of this one on the side of it. There we go. It's more attached to the form. It's breaking down the planes themselves. Yes, yeah. Like how it did a top bottom. And exactly, and that's why like I don't get why he did that plane in the front when we could just do this, right? Um, but hey, you know, he's the pro, so I shouldn't really be asking too much. But yeah, and then this obviously goes back. We have that head part, stuff like that. He doesn't do all that though. He just kind of does one right here, and we'll do the same. We don't want to overcomplicate the form. And so yeah, we're gonna do that. This one kind of goes back. We can kind of even see here. This is kind of more the contour I'm going with than this one. Let's see what he does with this. I'm gonna scroll down a bit. Okay, he follows it a bit. But yeah. Because the eye does land there, so. That little region. And we have this up here. Which I feel like could have been a bit more narrow. But that's okay for now. Yeah, because this is supposed to come from here. So it does definitely look a bit flat. And this is supposed to be coming towards us a bit. So I think I just made a pretty big mistake. I think I just drew an icon instead of the wasp, because this is going out and down. I feel like it should have been a bit more towards us. Kind of obeying. Because this, if this plane goes to the top, that one goes out there, this one goes down. So that's probably why he added that front plane in the top, is to say, hey, this is what's facing us. Interesting. Okay. Let's do a correction. And then revisit it. So, yeah. He did this front plane as to show us what that front of the, and it's so minor too, that's why it probably looks so weird. This is also, oh, actually goes out and meets it. He's doing like this. And then that goes over there. I think that's pretty accurate right there. But yeah, interesting. And yeah, honestly, this needs to be angled a bit down. Because it's an extension of the face. If this is the plane of the face, then I would expect this to be that. So you make those practically parallel. So yeah, this kind of plane we got going on right there. Here, that bulge was bothering me a bit. Other than that, we did a decent job. And then here, I think we did pretty well. Maybe it could have been a bit smaller. But overall, I think it's pretty good too. So, we know what we did. Plane helps. And our music died again. Oh my gosh. It's really good at doing that. We'll go to, let's see what the... Let's go back to Abzu. Why not? Hopefully less broken than the others, right? Cool. Okay. So yeah, plane helps us see beak position. Head was angled a bit low too, so we could have... It's not entirely looking down, so... Head... Not entirely looking down. And then this was pretty good. I like this one. And yeah, so let's hit it again. And yeah, I don't know why he doesn't construct that without that ellipse. I mean, it's just a basic organic form, so I need to, you know, grow up in that sense. And also, it was really weirdly placed on our page, so we can probably move the head a bit down. And let's have some more confident line work, shall we? Oh my gosh, it's a very beautiful sunset outside. Some very pretty clouds. Okay. Guys, let's destroy this. We got this. Okay. So we'll do our head. We'll do it a bit lower this time. Hopefully a large head, but I think that's okay in this case. We'll do the torso. 45 degrees, slightly intercepting it, and off to the left. I think that was a bit too tilted, wasn't it? Should have been like this. Hit it again. We got this. We got this. Probably shouldn't spam this. And also, I didn't look at my reference. Let's make sure we're looking at that. Yeah, despite my math and all that stuff, as Kavel finishes another page of the Shadow Realm, we... I love it. That's very true. Yeah. I mean, we will see it again as a warm-up scrap, but that is definitely true, Delano. The Forbidden Place. Okay, let's hit this. I feel like you pre-typed that. You just knew I was going to do that. That head was very large. Okay. Let's slow down. Let's not worry about it too much. Definitely tilted. Not me, the thing, but kind of me too. Anyways. I think we can make do with this. Oh wait, no, because the back is too far from the head. Because if we did that... I have an idea here, wait. Let's try the secret technique. Yeah. Let's stick with it, though. Let's stick with it. Because we can add to it, right? And then for the very scary thorax. Try literally very scary, right? More round. We don't want that sharp wiggle. We just want a kind of solid form here. You can even see the little corner I did right there just on accident. I'm gonna do the secret trick again. Not even secret, but I just like comparing. Because I really tried to fit the shape of it this time, compared to our usual shenanigans. Nope, not that one. Not that one either. It's all of them at once. Okay, we have the opportunity here to do something great. I think this is a good one, right? Let's keep with it. So, let's be mindful of the chest. It's pointing really towards us. Medium degree. Oof. A bit misaligned, but that's okay. Down here, we're gonna have this line coming towards us, definitely going around. Maybe a bit more time going around, and then down. Very nice, very nice. Okay. And then over here, we have the head. Remember, we're not looking down too much, but we're still very much to the side. I think that's pretty good. Maybe a bit more to the left. I think that's excellent. Wonderful. Okay. So this part of it, we really want that plane in front, so we're not going to go super far, right? But we're going to go far enough. So that leg's going to end. Perfect, right there. Nice. Okay. Not to the Shadow Realm yet with this one, right? Whew. So this, remember, we are going down a bit right here. But we're going to end right before that plane to give us more room to show what it's connecting to, right? Which is going to go... Last time, let me pull up that one. We wanted these planes to be somewhat similar. So it's going to be going like that a bit. And we said it's about 2 head lengths, maybe a bit less, so head length. But we have to remember it's merged too. So this, oh, still about a head's length. Uncomfy didn't really carry that there though, so I'm not sure how. It feels natural right here. We extend it to that point. And so I say we go with our gut. And we remember that it goes down and out like this at the angle. Yep, we landed right there without even looking at it. Okay. Actually, that's a bit steep, isn't it? There we go. Yep. And then from there, we're still within our area. We want to match this plane, so we're going to go up to about the nose position. About right there. And that's where we're going to have the first part right there. Very nice. And remember, yeah, we're kind of tracing the head right here as we go back. So we're going to have this kind of mess. We're going to go around. And then we're going to go around it like this. Maybe we'll have the visor a bit higher. And we merge right here. So we go like this. And then we have the visor that merges. Great. Probably could have curled a bit more over there, but that's okay. Then we're going to go in right here. Very nice. And then we have this part of the gob. And then this one, very small plane. I can see why Uncomfy did that. It goes this way. Didn't even really measure that one up too much. And the same thing kind of goes right here. So we want to be parallel to that. Nice, okay. And then, of course, we merge. And then we push to main. No. And then we bring this one back. And then here's this tricky line. We're going to draw only what we can see. So we're going to connect it, actually. So technically right there. Okay, and we're going to stick with that. It may seem weird right now. We'll trust the process. Every thing has its ugly stage, right? Okay. So I don't want to jump straight into the shoulder pad things yet. I'm going to jump into these. Very large. Probably goes a bit deeper than we expect. Goes through literally the halfway mark right here. And to the center as well. So we're dealing with practically this. Maybe a bit thicker. Ooh! Rogueline, but that's okay. As long as we're not, pressing too much ink into the page. Then we have the other side, which I can only imagine is going like this. So we're gonna kind of... yeah, so he does it just strictly right there. Which I guess... Yeah, because it's going away from us. Or, like, it's towards us. It's more towards the center of the... You guys can't see my hands. More towards, like, if this was the center of the ellipse, this is 0 degrees. This is probably 15. This one's a good 70. So, 15 degrees right here. Because it's getting closer to our kind of line of sight. I hate using that word, but... Very nice. Okay, let's do the shoulder pad. The shoulder pad lands actually past here, but Uncomfy doesn't bring it that deep, and I'm not sure if he ever does. Not really, so we'll do a mix of both. Because technically it should land down here, right? It actually merges with one of these. But we're going to do kind of the halfway mark. Let's look back at his design of everything. And plus, yeah, his torso is a lot smaller, is a lot more round. Ours is larger. So that's just a thing to keep in mind. Let's just be mindful of the other things that we have going on here. I'm going to call this, like, the chest plate, I guess. The chest plate, I'm using armor terms. I mean, it is armor, right? Here's the, the median. Here's the chest plate, I guess. And so, yeah, this is the same level as the start of this arm, which means we have the other arm starting right here, which means if we drop right here, it'd probably be the most opportune spot. We just have to make sure we have enough room for that gap. So, yeah, we're going to go around here. And Uncomfy made it kind of curve down to seem like it's just sitting on top of there. Let me see if he does anything with that later. He just kind of adds the darkness in there to it with this C-curve right here. So I think that C-curve is very important. Yeah, he just keeps it the entire time. So, actually, originally it's more of a straight line, and then he adds some dimension to it later. So I think that's him carving it out. So we will do the same. We have this sharp, straight line to it. And it does sit kind of technically... we'll keep it below the head. And we'll do probably from here to here. Let's look at our reference. How does that feel? Pretty good. I feel like we may need more room for the arms, because we need a whole arm right here. So maybe it should go like this, in fact. From here up there? Yeah, because it's at like the corner of the head. So yeah, corner of the head. And it's going kind of in this direction, so we'll carry it that direction. It'll be about this large. This is both a mix of gut, what's on there, and Uncomfy's drawing. We make it look 3D, so of course once we go up here, we're traveling, then we're going over, and then in. So there's... he actually has this part where it lands more underneath the neck, and then it kind of has this hump to it. And there's a secondary line there that traces the side of the head, almost like a scarf. So I say that line's going to be a curve for us, like this. And then end right there. I see it. Okay. Like so. I like that. And then we're going to have our curve. It's going to be actually straight. Just right now. And then we have this curve. I like it. And then we have the other side. He doesn't do any through lines, which makes sense because he doesn't want to overcomplicate it. We have to remember this we actually can't see on this surface. What is it called? He didn't draw through his forms. There, because like, that would have been just too crazy. If we look over here, that was just a good little cheat that he did that saved him. In fact, a lot of the legs are in front of that. So we're just going to do this here for literally just kind of posterity. We're going to do this and then go up. So this right here and then go up. Nice. Okay, cool. Probably should have been a bit lower, but that's okay. We're going to take a quick water break again. I can't wait to not be sick. Oh, jeez. And then, yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. It's the Abzu music, guys, that made me lock in. Okay, back to our Wasp friend. That's the thing. I'd be... Actually, I'm not... I mean, I'm scared of this guy because of his bite. Executioner Wasp. I don't know a ton about him, but he definitely does... he does bite. And, of course, my music crashes. Cool. At Karen's Ignobilis. There's also a person, shout out Dragon in the Drawbox Discord, extremely good at this lesson. Made some great work, and I can't wait to one day maybe as good as them. Human size, yeah. I don't think there's any bugs like this in my state. I mean, we have bugs. We have some mean guys, but yeah, nothing to this degree, right? But anyways, I would be friends with this guy if this looks cool. Like this is my cool friend. You know, if I had a friend, this guy's chilling. He's awesome. Anyways, me fangirling about a wasp, jeez. But yeah, next step is going to be the arms. Actually, Uncomfy did add some kind of contours to help us here, which are actually true to our friend down here, so we'll do that as well. He had 1, 2, 3, 4. There is noticeably one really major one right here. We have this upper one, which will, you know, higher degree, kind of shows us that we're looking... My contour kind of failed. It should have been more like this. So we kind of have to obey that now, but I'll try my best to add like a higher degree up here. Yeah, because it's facing a lot more of us, so we'll make the degrees up here as high as we can. Cool. And yeah, there's this line he's tracing, which isn't the center line, but it works almost the same. So we're going to do that, and it goes down here and kind of just ends normally. So it actually ends with that line, so we'll follow it. We'll go up here. Nope, got a bit wobbly, but that's okay. We have this major one, which is a tiny... I'd say this is the halfway mark. So dividing into fourths, as he did, kind of helped. So we'll do the same. And the degree gets, I'd say smaller. Large degree smaller. So we'll have our large degree right here. Look at our friend. This is right here, so this will be right here. Yeah, practically. Okay, and then we're gonna get smaller from there. I'm starting to really see it now. That one was pretty decent. I like that. Maybe a bit too much, but and then we're gonna get right here, and we're gonna still be pretty high degree, but we'll get smaller. There we go. And one right here, a bit less. And then a bit down here. There we go. Very nice. Not super... It is bending towards us. The degree definitely should have shrunk right there, and we failed to do that. Which will definitely be brought up on our review, but it's okay. Cool. So, now next is the legs. This is a very important part. Like we said earlier, it is the grounding, right? Let's pull up the most recent version of this. So yeah, here what we have going on is he turned the upper legs up here into just these simple forms. This right here, and then this right here. I didn't do anything too crazy with it, I think. Yeah, he merged the forms. We're seeing the bottom of this over here. That's the bottom of it. Then this one's in front. And he actually did 2 cylinders for this. One right here with a smaller degree, I believe. Yep, smaller degree. And then one obviously right here with a larger degree. On the inside, I guess. And this gives us a lot of room to connect our sausage form. Which inevitably will be a very interesting task. So we'll start with these sausage forms up here. Or organic forms, I should say, not technically sausage forms. It exists kind of in this space. Remember, we have our median, so it's going to go right here-ish. And ends, yeah, kind of right there. So perfect on that part. And yeah, like we said, this is a good landmark. So technically it'd be this big, but we're going to go a bit smaller. And kind of copy that shape. We're going to have room, darkness in here, so we don't want to go too much. So we'll go probably about that. And he didn't make it have a sharp top, so maybe we'll do the same. So like this probably. At least start with this shape. So like that. That. We'll go a bit over the median. Like so. And then this one, orb goes lower, right? And then we definitely cover up this one a bit. So we go like this, we're underneath, and we go like that. Nice! I'd say there's a pretty strong start. We're looking good. It was a bit lower, so we'll try to put this ellipse in the right place, actually. Is there any landmarks we need to be aware of? Just this, which we're kind of off on purpose, though. So yeah, we have a smaller degree right here. What angle is that? That's kind of, if I was going to do something, I'd do it like this, so it's angled downwards like this. This is the axis it's on. What does Uncumpy have to say about that? He agrees, cool. And then, yeah, this one is tilted the other direction. So we'll go right here with the axis. Don't need to overlap it a lot. But since this one is going to be not overlapping as much, we could drop it a bit. Nice. Do the same over here, higher degree. And let's just double check. I didn't look at the... Yeah, we have this going on, so it definitely overlaps. That's a bit large, whoops. More ink won't fix it, right? Okay. And then from there, we have this larger degree on the bottom. And this is all the way down there, but what does he have to say about that? Still lands about right here, so we'll go... We are a bit small, so we'll just be mindful of that. We'll land a bit right here. There we go. And then this one also lands over here, kind of in the front. Right here. So, we'll do that. They're a bit separated at the end. Not totally next to each other, but just enough to get our sausage form started. Nice. And then we'll connect them. Very nice. Let us continue. Okay, so yeah, we're at a really good point now, because I think... yeah, he's also did the underneath, like... Oh, I didn't even see these. Alright, so yeah, these little guys down here, that's probably why he was saving up so much room. Is actually underneath this, it happens. But I think he wanted to specifically connect it. Yeah, here. Let me get mute really quick. I don't think you guys need me coughing in your ear. Let's see. Trying to figure out what this shape is. Because this is definitely... Oh, wait, we have one down here, too. We have this one, and then that one underneath it. But this one points this direction. They're kind of both parallel. Let me see. I'm going to scroll and see what he does with this one. So yeah, looking at what he turns it into. This goes to that one. Cool. This one comes from this, or at least it should. It looks like, yeah, this, it just wasn't as dark. That one comes from this. Okay, cool. This lower one comes from this one right here. Yeah, this one curves towards us. And then the one in the back, there's a hidden one back there. Yeah, so this, I'm seeing it now. Okay, cool. And he placed it generally kind of close to that. So we'll do our best, but it's not going to be the same. Because we're trying to bridge the gap between what he did, what we think we should do, and what's on here. So, yeah. Bit of a weird spot. So if we do ours higher, and it's going to be on the left side, right? Left side of this, we'll have our little sausage right here. Barely a sausage, but, you know. This is very important that we actually kind of imagine it going out. Because this is covering up our friend right here. It's going kind of straight down. We do have a gap between this and the leg above it. And it kind of goes to the bottom of the ellipse, maybe even past it. He does the same there, cool. So yeah, probably about like this. There we go. Put some extra ink into it, probably shouldn't have. And then this one that jumps out, and it's actually underneath it, but it still connects to the form, so we're going to do the same. It's a bit more to the left. Fix my posture. Ooh. Go. And yeah, how far... Actually, I mean, they're parallel, but he draws us a bit more to the left, so we'll do this. We'll compensate, right? Should have been probably larger. In fact, it should have, but that's whatever. This one's definitely higher. Looks like he doesn't really agree with me on that, but this one I'd say is higher. It's kind of going out right here. And that's how they intersect a bit right there. And then we have the one underneath it, which is also somewhat parallel, but we're going to point down a tiny bit more. There we go. Very cool. Alrighty. His is better, obviously, but I don't think that's the game right now, right? We're not trying to put... In his words, we're not trying to make something pretty to put on top of the fridge. And now, for the part that I may leave for next stream, in all honesty. Because, man, we are already at our 1 hour and 30 mark. One of the best songs in Abzu. And look at this. Look at this demon. We must approach in some form or fashion soon. So, I'm going to leave it there. We're not going to strain ourselves tonight. Amazing work. I'm very happy. Other than the one... Can't find the others, but there were probably many. Oh yeah, there we are. Here, let me count. Well, it's not as many as I thought. And I'm not going to say the number because I'm embarrassed, but... quite a other few. Right. So, today in review... of our attempts, we just kind of reiterated what we did yesterday, so there's not actually much to say. Important part here was the face. This actually helps us. We didn't want to draw it at first, but we realized this helps us know where it's facing. If we just had a single line right there, sure, it could be correct, but we're not sure how this is bending into that. Thank you very much, Delana. Thank you. And of course, Delana here was here to give some great tips as well. We're trying, yeah, our torso was just a bit bigger than what he did, but I think it actually lines up pretty well with both his and the actual image. And if we want, we can do one more comparison just to see how we've done so far. And sorry if this is super pixelated. I have to do it off my smaller monitor and a preview of the stream, so it's just crusty as heck, right? But yeah, if we do a little bit of this, I'm gonna know all the hotkeys. So yeah, of course it's lower, but we're gonna add that form to it. Is it just me, or did this like magically change? Because originally it was a bit better. What if we just... There we go. Oh yeah, look at... Oh wow, look at that. Okay. So yeah, we're doing pretty okay. These are, you know, this should have been probably jutting out a bit more of the form, which he did there. We kind of failed to do. Whoopsies. Yeah, and yeah, everything's a bit more to the right. So we should have been a bit more exploratory in the sense of jutting out. We actually did okay right here with these two. And then we left a great amount of room to be pretty accurate with the wing, which will be scary. This does not line up that much, but that's okay. And then here, it's a bit lower, but this is also a bit lower too. So the head is just in the wrong place, but I think we kind of nailed it that wise. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. And of course, it's not going to be perfect, but it's intelligible, and it is the same thing. And I'm a bit upset about this pretty glaring error. But yeah, we should have been a bit more mindful of that invisible line. That sucks. Yikes, but it's okay. We live and we learn. Oh, I did not mean to close PureRef. But with that being said, on the ending, that is the very... Oh, and it just crashed. Okay, so we're going to have a silent end to the stream today, I guess. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Delano, for all of your help and joining us today. We'll be streaming tomorrow at our usual time. Yes, if everything goes right, which means I just wake up and am alive. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, so maybe we'll do a face reveal. Probably not. But with that being said, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, bye for now. Yeah, no music. This is really awkward. Should I just end it, like, in the middle of me